Hey guys, Jungle Cutter here, and today I'm going to be recording some Fallout Shelter, and this is my Fallout Shelter Super Guide. It's going to be discussing 7 things. The first one that I'm going to be going through in just a second is the assigning dwellers, and it's very important when you're assigning dwellers to make sure their stats are in a good spot and all that. So here, while this is loading up, I'm going to mention I might start streaming on YouTube on this channel. And if you do want me to do that, there's going to be a poll. If you click the I, click yes if you do want me to stream, click no if you do not want me to stream. It's up to you guys, but I'm fine with it. I could stream pretty much, well, not anything, but I could stream quite a lot of things. But yeah, anyways, as you can see in here, I'm going to collect some resources really quickly. But yeah, as you can see, you're going to want to mainly focus power. Power is very important. Powers all of your buildings. And you want your power to be good. Now, you want to make sure when assigning dwellers, you want to make sure their stats are good, like they match up with their room. So these guys have higher strength, and they're in the power production places. And you want, and with power, they need strength. And it just depends on what their job is. But as you can see, these guys, that guy has 5 strength, and he's in the power plant. But it just depends on where they work, and you want their stats to be higher. So anyways, there's something else cool I want to show you, is in the stats here. It's the production and consumption per minute. Here at this list, you can see power production, food production, water production, per minute, and then you can see the power consumption, food consumption, and water consumption per minute. You want to keep them higher. You want to keep the production higher than the consumption. But yeah, as you can see here, another example of assigning dwellers. If I go down here, well, actually, we're gonna go up here. If I go into my science lab, you can see I have all these people here, and they all have higher intelligence. Now, it's mostly because of their wardrobe, their outfits. I'll be discussing that a little bit later. But as you can see, it does depend on where they go. Okay, step 2. So when you're when you're wanting to go out into the Wasteland, it can pay off, and it may not pay off. It just depends on if you play it smart, which I will teach you how right now. So it's pretty easy to send a guy to the Wasteland. You just drag him out. You provide him with stem packs or radiation, or Radaway, I mean. Don't give him radiation, that'd be bad. But yeah, when he gets back, you just want to make sure you do not put him in food or water production, because then everyone in your entire vault will get affected by radiation, and then that makes everyone not happy, and that just destroys their happiness, which I'll be discussing later. And it is really not good. You really want to avoid that, and that's gonna cost a lot of stem packs later on if that happens. So this third thing I'm gonna be telling you about is happiness. Now you want your happiness to be high. Like I said earlier, radiation can decrease people's happiness, but yeah, happiness is very important because it can provide more productive people. As you can see, I got 79% happiness, which is providing 8% more food. Well, I think it's speed, but food, water, power, and construction. But as you can see, it just makes all of them happier, and it can provide you with a lot quicker sources of food. That's why you want to keep all your guys happy, so that you do not lose resources, because it can also decrease your food production per minute and all that stuff, and you want to always keep that higher than the consumption. So yeah, on to step 4. Okay, so part 4, weapons and outfits. Weapons, you want to I personally like to place them with my power plant because they already have strength. I don't know if strength affects that though. That's the only thing really I don't know about the strength and stuff, is if they actually do affect their ability to withstand things like attacks. But as you can see here, I gave these guys a bunch of really strong weapons, like the Gus rifle, or however you say that, enhanced railway rifle, the flamer. I just gave these guys a bunch of really strong weapons so they can stop raiders, ghouls, whatever comes. A common problem for me is death claws, and death claws can be very hard when they come, because they'll go through here, and they'll go back, and then they come to kill these guys, and usually they're able to get past these guys. But since I've recently upgraded their armor a bunch, or their weapons a bunch, they've been able to kill the death claws usually, and that's really been helpful. But like, instead of me putting like two or like a few people at the top room with a bunch of OP weapons, I give this room a bunch of weapons, like really good weapons, and then I give the room to the right a bunch of really good weapons, so that in case a deathclaw were to get past that first room, they have to deal with the second room as well, which can be very, very hard. Hey, look, bottle and cap, you're coming. Oh well. Those guys are very helpful, good for getting caps and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, outfits. So as you can see here, this person has an outfit which provides intelligence. Now that doesn't match up with what she needs. She needs strength, so I'm going to put that on her, and that increases her strength. And as you can see here, I gave this person a suit with perception, but she already does have max strength, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, I just gave her the perception in case it affects her targeting skills. Hey, bottle or Cappy, how you doing? Thanks for the caps. But yeah, as you can see, I gave this person military fatigues. That's what I've been giving those guys. And in this room, these guys have lab coats. This one's the advanced lab coat. As you can see, that's just a regular lab coat. But those provide intelligence, and intelligence is used for those things, as I'll discuss in a little bit. But yeah, it just depends on where you have them as their job. Okay, part 5. Now it's to the special stats. So, special stands for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. So, each one of those attributes can affect a different place. So you can see the water treatment plant needs perception. The Nuka-Cola bottler needs endurance. It just depends on like what they are. So yeah. Anyways, the perception or strength is for power. Perception is for water. Endurance is for Nuka-Cola. Sorry. And charisma is for living space in the radio station. Intelligence is for the med bay and the lab, which are used for making some rataways and whatever. The agility is for food, and that's pretty important. And luck is a very weird thing. It doesn't stand for a room. It's something individually. Like it's an individual sort of thing. If people have higher luck when you level them up, or when their room gets or when you collect the resources from their room, the higher the luck, the more chance you are to get caps, and that is very important. I'll give you more information on that when I discuss how to get caps really well later on. So also in the training rooms down here, those can increase the stats. Like that one, they're working on strength right now. So it just that one's armory for perception, whatever, lounge, classroom, athletics room, and arcade, sorry, increases their luck. Bacon. Okay, so as you can see, I got these guys training. I want these guys to be higher stats because when you have 2 people procreate, they have a chance to if they're maxed their special ability or their special stats, then you have a chance to get a legendary or rare babies. Now these babies can have extra special abilities. Legendary has 40 extra special, and rare has 28 special. The chances to get a legendary baby though are pretty slim. 1 in 20 chance, which to be more accurate, 6.6 or 6.5%. And a rare baby has like 13% chance. It's higher, but it's got less special stats. It's a little bit greater than a 5 in 40 chance. But yeah, as you can see, like those can be really helpful because then they don't take as long to train, or they're really good, or like they got a lot of stats already, so they're gonna be already good at their job. You want to probably start on working towards that earlier than me, because I've got 130 people, and it's gonna take a long time to try to train all of them. But I might evict some people. Okay, so the sixth thing I want to talk to you about is room placement. Now you want your rooms to be placed in like good positioning. Up here I got some strength, I got some power plants because these guys have strength, and I don't know if this affects it or not, but it might, but strength might be better against people who invade and stuff like that, I don't know. But yeah, I got these guys up here working at the power plant with strength in case someone were to come. But then below that, it doesn't really matter. I like to just group things up. But you want to have your warehouses and empty places. Now, mine's not empty. Sorry about that. Like, this isn't a great example, but like, you want to have your emptier places away in case of a fire down there. It won't spread throughout the base and stuff, and the fire will go out quickly. But yeah, as you can see, I got my warehouses down there away from any other stuff, and I'm gonna fill up that down with storage rooms just for a lot of extra storage. But yeah, I just like to group my things up as well. Yeah, and it's very, like, I think it's kind of nice. And I like to have my weapons, of course, at the front, like I said earlier, just in case someone would come. And you do want to start working on this, like, on the room placement early, because I'm just getting to it, and I got 130 people, and it's quite difficult. Darn, I'm being raided. But yeah, it can be kind of difficult to like try to move everybody around, make sure they get to where they're supposed to go. I probably have a couple people jobless and stuff. But yeah, just try to work on this early on. Okay, so the next thing I want to be talking to you guys about, number 7, easy caps. Now, caps can be very difficult to get sometimes, and they can be pretty hard, especially when you're trying to remodel base right now, like I am. This is just a chaotic base mess right now. Before it was a little better than this, but honestly, it's just kind of gotten crazy. So what I do is I turn down the brightness, and you're going to want to have lots of Mr. Handies for this, but yeah, I turn down the brightness just like that. You just swipe up, bring it down, and then I get a bunch of Mr. Handies, and as you see here, it's a perfect example. They collect the resources. Now, if you have higher luck, like I mentioned earlier, then you have a chance to get caps from that. So if you have your screen brightness all the way down, and you just plug in your phone or tablet or whatever you're playing it on, and you just set your phone down and just let it do its own thing. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn off the 2-minute turn off time or whatever it is at. You can find it in settings. I might have a picture up right here. But yeah, you want to make sure it turns off never, and then you could just like watch a TV show. When you get back, you might have 1,000 coins. But you do need lots of Mr. Handies. Now, I don't have Mr. Handies for everything, and if you don't, you might need to maintain your base, but like not very much, because your power might go down because you're not collecting all your collectors or whatever. Your resources might go down accidentally, but you want to have your Mr. Handies be able to go for you, because then you'll be able to they'll be able to collect the caps for you, and it just makes it pretty nice. That's pretty much everything, guys. If you guys have enjoyed, be sure to like hit that like button, I guess. It's up to you guys, honestly, but it does help out. Maybe subscribe for more stuff like this in the future. Like again, like I said earlier, streaming. I might start streaming with a friend or two. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have enjoyed, you could subscribe by hitting the little bubble thing up in the top left corner. And yeah, so I will see you guys later.